Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever episode of Dark Side of the Efeds on the Shadowed City podcast. I am your host, Larry, and I am waiting for this first episode to get going, as this is called Dark Side of Efeds, Episode 1. It's just a game. Come on, first try. Yes! It added you on the first try. I'm happy.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to episode 1 of Dark Side of Efeds called It's Just a Game.
Oh yeah. Definitely just a game.
Would imagine that we have some big things to go over here, go through this first ever episode. That's been a long time coming. I know we talked about it a long time ago. We never got to get that to come to full fruit.
Oh.
Excuse me. I drank last night, and all I'm drinking for in the morning already is Pepsi. What a way to
Oh,
start.
man.
Oh
You on the road.
yeah, man. You know me. I always got to have the Pepsi.
Yeah. Roxy,
Well,
calm down.
I don't
No,
think it
don't
wants
come
to.
over here. No, I just said calm down, not come over here. Okay, I guess not. She like I'm just gonna sit here.
It's okay. You can have my Pepsi breath. It's okay. It gives you motivation.
Oh man. So how you want
How
to
would
start it
you?
off?
Huh?
I said, how do you want to start it off?
Well, I was actually going to throw that over to you. How you would like to start off? What should we get into this topic of? It's just a game. Should we start with why this is happening in the first place? Maybe.
Uh well, I don't want to make it a negative thing. We can just go I guess we can start off with the basis of knowing the difference between a car, if I'm saying it right, and the actual person.
What's the difference between being a person compared to being a role player?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like that
Uh,
would be a great way to start. How would you like to start that, sir?
So just me from when I started, because I started in most people know in DTK. So role playing was kind of it's easy in a sense, role playing, but then you have those who like to mix the two and blur the lines and use the role playing as a way to kind of get off what they really trying to do. And as you can see, as far as today, that's still like an issue I've noticed in Efeds. That's why I don't call my show a Efed, even though the show is called that. I don't call my show Efed. I call it a showcase because Efeds have such a bad name due to the fact that people blur the lines and say what they really want to say, and then they'll tag it with "Oh, I was in character." But you'll have people who bring up children, dead relatives, moms, just everything underneath the sun, and say, "Oh, well, real wrestlers do that." What real wrestler have you ever heard say something about digging somebody's mom up or children or mentioning blowjobs, just stuff of that nature? You take the fun out of this by doing stuff like that. To mention, and I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna make a lot of people mad, but it's just me throwing light on what people already know what it is, but don't want to really say what it is. We have a lot of autistic people that are a part of this community. So when you do stuff like that, like you just taking advantage, I feel like. Because you already know that's the issue, but a lot of people would like to jump on that and use that and kind of talk around the character to get a point across rather than just saying what they chest. And that makes the community look bad as a whole to me.
I
I
get
don't
what you're
know.
saying.
Yeah. So if you would like to rebuttal to that one, you
No,
can tell me what your thoughts.
well, really the best. I do agree with what you're saying. Like freaking, I know I don't remember the person's name, but he came into an E-Fed, right? And he's like, man, I get personal with my stuff with people because we're in a character. He's all like, I'm gonna talk about family members, kids, stuff like that. I'm like, oh boy. Now, if you have an understanding with the person, like in WWE, there have been times where dead people have been brought up, how you were
Yeah.
saying, like Eddie Guerrero has been used in storylines. Paul Bear has been used in storylines. Um, like stuff like that. If you have an understanding with your opponent, that I guess they see that as okay. But I know a lot of us don't like to cross that barrier because that also brings up a lot of hard feelings for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And we're not real pro wrestlers. We're just having fun with role playing. We're not real pro wrestlers busting our ass out there on the indie circuit or the pro wrestling scene. We're just trying to have fun in a video game. But people want to break that fun and make sure that we can't have that ability to have fun, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
And like I said, that's the main issue that's wrong with the community today is uh that's that's it's being overplayed pretty much. Oh, I'm in character, but you know what you really want
yeah.
to say.
That's like hiding who you like. That kind of shows who you are as a person if you're willing to say it like that, you know?
Hmm.
And it's like if you're hiding behind a character being like, "Oh, I'm just saying that a character," we know the truth, man. Like you're kind of just showing people that you're nothing more than a character, really, you know?
Yeah, especially when and I get it, everybody different, everybody can't handle it.
Yeah,
And there's nothing wrong with that. But if that's the case, that's why I always say in IWA, check with the person first before you say what you're gonna say. Only
exactly.
because everybody different, everybody deal with role playing different. And like I said, we have I want to say a 75% uh autistic community. To me, I could be wrong, but a lot of people that I've encountered in the EFED leagues have been autistic.
Yeah,
Or if they're not autistic, they have some form of Asperger's or something to that nature. So if you're not one of those people who is a part of that community or on the spectrum and you do that to somebody like that, that's like a form of bullying in a way because you already know that the person is kind of like not on the same level as you. So to play on that is dirty pool in itself. But then you have those people who will do that. And you can
exactly.
usually tell the ones who are autistic. I've ran to multiple ones
I
and
think I
I've
admitted
never
to you
won.
the first time I met you.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not. I can spot them easily because, like I said, I have autistic people in my family, so I can usually spot who's autistic. And this is like I've been told by somebody who is autistic. This is like their runaway. This is like a fairy tale land for them. But sometimes it can get out of control because, like I said, people like to play on that fact that they know people are autistic, and they'll just, oh, I'm in character, but you really saying what you really want to say. It just kills it, bro. We don't know. With this being just a game, there's no reason to go that far. Like we like in Daryl Williams say this all the time. We're not making no type of money from this.
Exactly.
So to get that personal about a video game is crazy. Now I've been accused of taking stuff serious, which when I had a guy literally was telling me I could go join my mom in the grave, that was too fresh for me.
Yeah.
So that's and I think a lot of people know is Dallas Dempsey or something like that. That was his name.
Dallas. Oh, you're talking about Dallas Dempsey.
Yeah, him just and then I felt like he was being directed at me because every EFED I was in, he would find me, and I only knew one person who knew him, and I felt like that person was sending him to every EFED I was at. So,
He was targeting a King Dominator for his autism. Sorry to cut you off.
and I'm sure he was, and that's just a coward. A coward does that.
Yeah,
You sit behind a
agreed.
keyboard and mock somebody who's autistic. It's a straight coward. Straight
Yeah, it is.
just that is just weird in itself. You have nothing better to do with your life but to sit behind a keyboard and mock somebody who's autistic because you have nothing to better do with your life. So I'm
Exactly. They
I'm
don't
just
have
get
anything
on
else
yeah.
out of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get online and mock autistic people. And you know they're autistic too. You can tell by people's speech, how they reacted, you know what's what. And to literally go out your way to do that is just foolish.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's just one issue that's wrong with the eFeds. Another issue that's wrong with the eFeds is the competition. Like we literally competing for what? Like
A
this is
gaming title, like it's a
exactly
game.
this in my eyes, this will never pop off and be anything that's mainstream. It's literally it. If you don't consider this a hobby, then something has to be wrong with you. Because what other
You always
reason
said
would
that
you need?
too. This is a
Yeah, what
hobby.
other reason would you need to be doing this if it wasn't a hobby?
Hmm.
Wrestling is live on TV, so why would they want to watch a game animated version of it, which is fun for those who enjoy it. Like Cedric Walls, he enjoys the creativity of it, and
Yeah.
I'm the same way. It's cool watching different people from around the world make creations, and some still, some don't. That's neither here or there. But it's cool seeing people like bring their creativity to life through a video game or a character that they spent time creating, and it's cool seeing that because everybody thinks different, everybody thinks the same. You just never know what you'll come up with. But even like the names, the vibe, the aura, all is fascinating just to see like how far people can think or go with their mindsets. So when you get the competitive part of it involved, it kind of just kills it because like just because you come up with one thing, right, does not mean it hasn't been thought about by nobody else. I don't think not one person is just that original to where nobody's ever thought of that. Now, there's always a first, which that's a given. It's always gonna be that first, but to be competitive over a video game is kind of insane. Now, like I said, I have been accused by those who won't tell me to my face, but they will hide behind the keyboard and say stuff like that, which is perfectly fine. That's their perspective. I could care less. I don't deal with those people. But it's crazy how you can have those people, and half these people have never met me, but will listen to other people' perspective about me and then form an opinion of me. When if you know me and the people who do know me, how many people I've helped in this eFed world, and to be like this disrespected the way I've been disrespected since I've started IWA is ridiculous to me. But then it also lets me know too that it's not disrespect, it's fear if you really look at it. Because I've literally been this what a year, just about a year, a little over a year, and I have bigger numbers than half the people who've been doing this for years. So obviously, I know what I'm doing, and I got something I'm doing right. If and like I say, I don't think I had to learn this lesson too. It's not people. It's not that people are hating on you. Those people are already haters. You just happen to be the person that's like in their view, so you gonna be the one that they hating on. And I don't even want to call it hating because, like I said, to hate on somebody, you would have to know them. They don't know nothing about me. They just hate what I'm providing because they can't provide that. And if they could, they wouldn't even be worried about me enough to even speak on me.
Yeah.
But that's the part of the eFed world that's killing it. Instead of working together to figure out what we could be doing to help each other, people getting together to figure out how they could destroy people.
We're all trying to make the same thing as you stated, like having
Yeah,
fun.
same. We literally doing the same thing. But then you have these people who
Yeah.
sit up and plot on how to destroy one or two eFeds and for what. So then those two can go away, and then people watch like we barely both these companies I'm talking about barely been here for what about a year, and we coming in making this much noise, and y'all been here for years, and y'all can't stand it that much that y'all got to concoct a plan to get us to go against each other. That's just that's what I'm saying. It's the eFed world is so tainted and so it's just I used to love it, but now it's like you kind of got to just be cool with a few and go on about your business.
I
You
mean,
really
if you,
do.
yeah,
You got to know who you dealing with and go on about your business, because you get too familiar with people, you be too loose with information, that information gets leaked, and then you get moles, and you get what I've experienced. And it's and Daryl said it best. He don't know for the life of him why people want IWA to fail. But the thing is, IWA will never fail because it's impossible to fail. It's literally only way I would fail is if I gave up and just stopped doing it. Other than that, it's not gonna fail. And like I said, people can take from what I'm doing. They don't know what I'm thinking in my head, and of course, they have the ones there just, oh, well, he's doing this, he's doing that. You hate, but you watch, which is that not mind-boggling to you?
It's almost like a what is it? A hypocrite, I would
Yeah,
say.
you hate, but you watch.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's. I feel like Efeds is a spectator sport either way, because you always want to spectate and say, well, oh, well, I like this, that, the other, or they not doing what I'm doing. Of course not. Everybody doing their own thing. I have my own way of doing it, which it works. I know how algorithms work. That's why I'm able to get the views I get on my shows. I know how algorithm works. I know how to promote. I know how to do stuff for me. I'm not dependent on others to get my product on the streets. I know how to do that for myself. I appreciate the people who do help, but for the most part, I'm putting my own product out there. I'm the one out here meeting the wrestlers and doing all this, that, and the other. But then you have those one who befriend you because of that benefit, and then I already been knowing the whole time that I'm being used. I just don't ever say nothing. But you got to be smart to this stuff. People only befriend you because they know who you know, so they think you're gonna put them on. But the whole time you already knowing what it is.
Hmm.
But that's just how shit works, though, and that's how people do you. They'll play cool the whole time, but they be knowing what they doing the whole time. And then the E-Fed world is so shady and so small, you can't really say much without it getting back to the person you said it about. And it's only so many people who run in the pack. You already know where half the stuff come from.
Exactly. And
So it's
if you've
just
noticed, whenever I've done the breaking kayfabes, like the pro wrestlers that have asked me what is e-fetting, I've explained to them what it is, and I've told them the truth. This community can be toxic at times. Like that's just the
oh,
simple
it's very
truth.
toxic because and it's the thing. Everybody wants to be number one, but how can you be number one in something that everybody's doing? Literally, everybody has an E-Fed. Just
Exactly.
about anybody who's in E-Fed has an E-Fed. So how can you
Yeah.
be number one and the rosters are damn near identical?
Exactly. Yeah.
So you got an identical roster, but you can't figure out how to use the rosters. So you watching other people's stuff that you claim you hate to see how they're doing it, so you could do your show, and it does not work like that. It's not the show; it's the person who's running the show. If that person ain't no good, then the roster ain't gonna give a damn. The roster gonna do what they do, and that's why you have turmoil like that, because everybody has their own e-fed. If they don't like the way it's being ran, they can just go play their own fucking game.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, and it might get some backlash, and I honestly could care because I don't know
Express
half these.
yourself. Express
I
yourself.
honestly don't know half these people. But when I was in DTKA, the way Archie ran his league, people just didn't like it. But now that I'm kind of doing my stuff, I'm saying exactly why he was like that. Because you have these snakes. You have these people who play friend. You have these people who want to come to your show and dictate how they're being used, or if they can't be used like that, they don't want to be there, as if they I guess the god of it all. Like, dude, anybody can pretty much be on the show and do anything on the show. Like, these shows can be ran so many different ways, and it's sad that half these people have not figured out how to run a proper show, and then get mad at others because they can figure it out in a short amount of time. It's
Yeah.
mind boggling to me. It really is. And like I say, you already know the ones who clicked up, which is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I I won't mention them or speak nothing like that. I'm not gonna speak nothing negative on nobody. even though it's been done to me on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But that's just the dark side of it. People want you to fail so bad, and they will literally go out their way to ensure of it, to where they would literally send moles to you and say, "Oh, I'm here," knowing. And perfect example of this, and I'm gonna speak on it, and because I know this is what it was. So, the whole thing with SPW and how that came about, that was all done to draw a wedge. And when it
Yeah.
got brought up, everybody wants to play crazy about it. Like, really make that make sense. Me and the SPW owner had no issues, right? Until you had this one or two guys in the group, right?
Yeah.
And then they both go to him and talk about me without me even knowing, saying how they didn't want to work with me and just down talking me to the owner without me knowing. Then as soon as I leave, they both start getting talkative, but then they start making like little comments to where they get kicked too. So that, like, who's really the problem? But then when they get kicked, then they mad at me because they think I got them kicked when I left. I don't have to talk about you. I don't have to say nothing about nobody. The truth will reveal itself sooner or later. A snake can only hide for so long. You're gonna have to shed your skin either way. People mad at me because I call it out. That's why I'm not liked, because I call stuff out and I don't care. I don't know these people. We literally all a bunch of strangers playing friends. And that's just the sad reality of it. Now the ones that we are connected, they those who they know that. But all these other ones, we literally just all enjoying the game. So to get that emotionally attached to where you have to be hateful is just weird. That has to be the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, how are you that emotionally attached to where you get butthurt about a comment? Now, I can admit that I have been myself, but that's only because I was literally set up to fail by somebody giving me bogus advice. And then I'm being, like, you know me, I can tell when I'm being lied to or
Yeah.
bullshitted.
You're
You
not
know that.
stupid. People try to take advantage of that. Be like, oh yeah, he's not going to notice, but you notice.
I know shit right off the bat, and then when I say something about
Exactly.
noticing what the hell's going on, then I'm wrong about it. Just like you had somebody tell you not to tag them on any of my lives, but that person jumped in on the live and started a bunch of bullshit for nothing.
Yeah.
Dark side of Efeds, right? That. How stupid was that?
It was
You
stupid.
you didn't
Very
want to
stupid.
be tagged in the show, but then you got hopped your happy ass in the show to make a dumbass comment and got all this shit started, and then now you want to act like a female and say, "Oh, the person thinks they the character." Is that not weird to you? You literally think you are that character, so you talking as if you're a woman. Bad enough I can't understand you as it is when you talk as a man, but now you want to be a female? Like, make it make sense, bro.
Yeah. Like you were
And
saying, hiding behind a call.
hiding behind the claw, exactly. And I say what I say because I can back up everything I'm saying, and nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm not afraid to speak my mind, and that's why people don't like me. And for those people who don't like me, they can kiss my ass. I could care less about these people. But only reason it's being brought up is because we're talking about the dark side of it. You have those ones who set you up to fail or try to sabotage you for no fucking reason. It's not my fault you ain't got no motion. So you mad at me because
Yeah.
I got motion? You mad at me because my shit booming?
Jealousy.
Yeah, you too controlling. People want to have fun. Okay, go have fun. But then
I
when
know
I get
people
those
have also
messages,
stated that
yeah, and
you
then
could.
when you start
Yeah.
releasing messages about what people be saying about those people who in cliques, then that's when I'm dirty for doing that, right? Because I can really
Or people
show
will
you.
accuse you of trolling
Yeah, I
people.
can really show you the dark side of Efeds. The ones who clicked up be the main ones talking about each other.
Yeah.
Ain't that a bitch? Y'all clicked up, but y'all talk about each other amongst each other. What sense does that make? Then you want the two guys who do get along, you want them to fight, so y'all send somebody in the chat to do that, and then this guy now he's begging to come back. But I bet a lot of people don't be knowing this shit though, right? But that's how people are. They will literally click up and then talk about it fucking each other. And then when they notice you know that they doing that, oh, I'm gonna block them real quick so he can't bring up the messages. Dude, come on now. Come on now. I'm the wrong one to be beefing with. I've told everybody that when it comes to this EFS shit, I'm the wrong guy to be fucking with this. Just leave me alone. If you don't like me, leave me the fuck alone. The subliminal shit and all the little voice messages, it don't have to happen. I'm the wrong one to be doing that with. I know too much. You forget y'all. These people forget they were vulnerable with me at a point to where they was telling me stuff. Now I've never said none of it, but they people forget these things when they get all mouthy.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's like I said, that goes back to people thinking they the character. You got people really walking around here thinking they're the actual wrestler in the
Huh.
game.
If that was the case, and they actually went up to somebody that actually did pro wrestling, they probably get a whole new
That
different
is
knowledge that
his
they never
that's
want.
oh my god. You really think I look
Yeah.
like Mighty? Like this, let's be for real. Who around here really thinks I look like Mighty? I'm around here looking like Georgie Stubbs in this bitch. Like, come on now, come on.
I love George Stubbs.
I'm not at work calling myself mighty.
Exactly.
Like, come, dude, that's just the effects of it all.
Exactly.
It's and like another thing that's kind of wrong with this whole situation with the EFAS situation too is how people make well how the perspective of certain people towards other people. And this
Yeah.
was a lesson that got learned the hard way when you make an opinion about somebody before you get to know them. That hurts the whole situation. And I think when they have to find it out, it's found out in such a hard way to where you can't fix it.
Hmm.
And that hurts the promotion as well as anybody else involved with that. Now,
Hmm.
this situation I'm speaking of is the whole SPW IWA situation. And I'm not bringing it up to be negative or nothing like that, but like Ali has stated, it should have been a lot of more communication with that, and that's me and the owner's fault. We can't blame nobody. We can't point no fingers at nobody else because at the end of the day, that was me and his fault for not communicating the way we should have. Only because we thought that we both knew what we wanted out of it, and it was working for us that way. Because if me and him told you multiple times, we kind of similar with our mindsets. So we kind of was already before he could say something, I was already finishing the sentence. So we already had a aura about how we thought about stuff, but when you have other people involved, that kind of screws it up because you have those other people getting in your ear about certain things, and it's not a negative thing. When I'm saying that, all I'm saying is my friends ain't his friends ain't my friends type situation. So not everybody gonna agree on certain things, and that's basically what that came down to. Now at the end of the day, like I said, it was nobody's fault but me and his because that should have been something we should have talked about from day one, how we want to structure it. And that falls on both of us, and I could take fault for that. Like I told you earlier this morning, I don't know if it's because I was tired or what it was, but I can take fault for a lot of stuff I've done, and I'm man enough to admit what I've done.
Yeah.
I have no problem telling anybody. You've literally heard me on the phone tell somebody to their face what I thought about them when I first met them.
Yes.
Rather than talking behind his back, I told him to his face.
Yeah, because you and a group of us actually talk to people face to face. We don't hide behind things.
There's no point in getting behind a keyboard and spewing my anger.
Exactly.
You literally got people who
Keyboard
can't even.
warriors.
Yeah, now I'm gonna say this. I didn't want to say this, but I'm gonna say this. You got people who can't even take care of their families. So quick to say something negative about somebody else, but you can't even take care of your own family.
Yep.
And I'm saying that because it's the truth. You can't take care of your family, but you can get online and try to say something hurtful to somebody else when you can be using that energy to take care of your family. But you want to use that anger to go and mock somebody else and talk shit about somebody else when you can use that anger to be doing some other productive shit. And I'm
Yeah.
just saying what people need to be saying, but people don't want to say because, like I said, people are keyboard warriors. They want to get behind the keyboard. And like somebody said that you get on lives and shoot subliminals. What subliminals have I shot? I've put names on all the stuff. Only reason I'm not naming these people because I'm not gonna promote them, but I will speak on the dumb shit they was doing, and they know who they are. And if they have the issue, they can jump on the live and say something about it. Like
Yeah.
IWA is for everybody. So for those who sneak watching and doing what they want, that's perfectly fine. If you have an issue with anything I'm saying, you can address me. It's perfectly fine. I've been quiet. I've been letting stuff being said behind my back and ain't said not one word. I've been quiet. I ain't said not one word, but stuff has still been said behind my back. And I've been quiet. So this shouldn't be an issue for nobody, what I'm saying, because the people who have been talking shit about me know exactly who they are. So what I'm saying right now should mean nothing to these people because they know exactly what they said behind my back. So at this point, I could give a fuck. I stand behind everything I'm saying, and if I'm wrong, they can jump on here and tell me I'm wrong. But they won't do that because they are keyboard warriors. They safe behind the keyboard, they safe behind the computer. And even though that I'm doing this behind the computer, like I said, they are welcome to jump on here and tell me I'm wrong about what I'm saying. At any point they can jump on here. But they won't do that. They'll do that to the other guys, the other people. They won't do it to the ones they know is gonna make them live that shit. Because they not like that. And they know they're not like that. That's why they won't speak up. They'll get behind a keyboard and send private messages and talk their shit like that.
Yeah.
Because they know if we was in physical form, they wouldn't be talking like that. And this is something that we both know that. If we was face to face, not a one of them who had made a comment about me will be talking like that. Not a one of them. And I can guarantee you that. I guarantee you not one of them who was talking like that would tell me that to my face. Not one. And if I'm wrong, they can jump on this live and tell me I'm wrong about that. But they will not do that because they not built like that. They're not cut like that, and they know that. They know that.
Yeah.
I just had, and I'm good. I'm good with that part of it though. But I just had to get that out because I've been quiet. I ain't been saying nothing. I've been letting people be
No,
goofy, say they
I'm
little
happy
shit.
you expressed it.
But yeah,
I'm
man.
happy you expressed it.
Yeah, I've been quiet. I ain't been saying. I've been hearing that shit though. I've been hearing them little slugs.
This is what this was about. Like
Like I
you're able to
said,
express
yeah,
whatever you would
yeah. But
like to
like I
express.
said, if I'm wrong about what I'm saying, they feel this is for everybody. Feel free to hop on here and debate me that I'm wrong about what I'm saying. But they won't. They won't. And they gonna get tired of me because I got a whole nother interview next Saturday with Dimebag Dan, and
Very
they can
nice.
feel free to jump on there and say something too. But they won't. They won't. I guarantee you they won't. They're gonna pick on somebody who they know they can pick on, and that the person won't say nothing. But somebody who will say something instead of for itself, they won't say nothing. They'll just go and private message each other. Did you see that live? Did you see this? Did you see like a little female?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not hate that they have for me. It's the fear they have for me. That's why they have to do it like that. Because it's the fear of it. You don't hate me, you fear me because you know what I'm capable of. You know what I can do. I've been doing this for almost a year, and I can outshine about just about any of those promotions who self-proclaim hate on me. How do you have 100 plus people on your roster and only 13 people watch? Make that make sense.
Yeah.
This be realistic here, right? You all these people claim to have these decent sized rosters, but then when you watch the shows or you chime in, you see what three to five people watching, maybe 13.
Yeah.
But you have to tag these people for them to come and watch the fucking show. They don't. They don't even. You ain't even got that type of motion where they know to even be there. You have to tag them to come and watch your show because you don't have motion. When you tag the first time that you live, that should be the only time you need to tag anybody to come watch the show. If they don't show up, that just mean you ain't got no motion. You ain't got nothing about you that makes them even want to tune in. And if they do tune in, they just watching they shit and they bouncing the fuck out of there because they could give a fuck about what else is going on.
Yeah.
You put on a bullshit show and want them to watch a bullshit show, and they get mad when they don't want to watch a bullshit show. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Then you want to hold people hostage when they're not entertained, and then you get mad. Oh, you're not following. How can they follow something that only you know all the storylines to? Make it make sense.
Keep-
You literally got showrunners who run shows and only they know the storylines and they telling you the storylines, or some of them don't even talk at all. So you don't even know what the fuck is going on. You're literally just watching a fucking muted screen with
Yeah.
audio noise in the back. So you don't even know what the fuck you watching at the time. Well, they have cool music on the way out there, but then after that, dead silence. You just hear audio of the crowd. That's about it. What makes you want to stay? If I'm being honest, what makes you want to stay after the entrance music? I would really like to know what will make you want to stay after the entrance music. And then you got some that don't even have entrance music, but then when they get on there and they start talking, that just drives you right off the fucking show right there and there because you can't understand half the shit. And if I'm wrong, they could jump on here and tell me I'm wrong.
Do you want to bring up that point about storylines, like what we were talking about last night before I passed out?
Oh yeah. So like I was telling Torkel, I just don't think it's a good idea to discuss different shows storylines with each other only because it causes confusion. And I don't want people to feel like they being promised something that could potentially not be delivered. We don't know the way the game can play. And I don't cheat the way I do my game. And it's not a slug at nobody. I just run the game as is. So I can't guarantee results. I can't guarantee certain situations. All I can guarantee is the match that I schedule. That's the only thing I can guarantee. So that's just about all I can do. But as far as like sharing storylines, I can't do that. Now I offer people to help me with their stories. Most people just prefer I just book it, which is fine. As you can see, it works out. I do have a creative team to help me with that, just in case. We have I don't want to say I have a loaded roster, but I have a decent sized roster to where more than likely if some person can't figure out something, I put them with somebody who is creative so we can figure it out. But like I said, it's I've been quiet long enough, so I should be allowed to say what I'm saying.
And you've also had talks with real life pro wrestlers. Like you've had talks with the guys that like you even have one in your company, Brick Savage, who you've talked to.
Yeah. And like Daryl Williams said, is even though we're not physically doing this stuff, it's all the same. The politics, the
Hmm.
backstabbing, it's literally all here in the
Yeah,
Efeds. It don't matter where you go, it'll start off good and then you'll slowly start seeing what it is. Now, me, I didn't know, but outside of DTK, I didn't know there was no other Efeds until DTK shut down. So that right there should let you know how important these other ones are. Because I didn't even know none of them was even around. If they, I'm guessing some of them just came out the woodworks. But yeah, I didn't know of no other EFED until DTK shut down. And I'm sure nobody else did neither. Now the ones that I am with, I have no issue with them, and if it's cool, I like to shout them out. I'm part of IZW, which is ran by Jack Graves. Great guy. I have no issue with him whatsoever. Great guy, great champion. I'm part of TRS, which is ran by Torkel Baker. Been knowing him since DK. Great guy. We had our ups and downs, but he's a great guy. Have no issue with him at all. We had our issues. We talked it out like men. Solved it. Cool. WCCW ran by Ernest Mitchell. Shockwave for those. Jay Stone for those who know him by that. No issue at all. Cool. SPW ran by Logan Slater. Have no issue with this guy. We had our issues. We did have some, and we talked them out like men again. And all the other ones that I was maybe in, I really can't even remember them. But yeah, it's just yeah, I'm not fit to get into all that. But the ones that I am part of, I have love for them. I know these guys. I try to be discreet with them, honest with them as possible, because there's no point in faking a friendship or a e-fair relationship, because sooner or later you'll get found out. Like I said, the e-fair world is too small. Everybody knows each other. So it's not nothing you can really say to nobody else that they won't get back to the other person. So yeah, you just gotta be mindful of that. The e-fair world is too small to shit talk somebody because it will get back to them. It's too
exactly.
small. We all literally in everybody's company. Can you name a company that you have not seen the identical roster? Almost identical. So come on now, make it make sense, man.
Yeah.
Wake up, Roxy. Well, this dog sleep more than I do.
She's your support dog.
Yeah, had to give me one of those dealing with this.
Does she come to work with you?
No. Oh
Okay.
god. No. Well,
Do
we do take her to like the store and stuff like that, and
you
she
have to wear that, put that vest on her and stuff
well
like that says
uh
support
well
dog?
no, she don't
Okay.
have that yet. We got to get that. We still trying to work on the paperwork for that. Yeah, I ended up getting me a dog and stuff to help me with my depression. Because for those who do know me, I do take a lot of breaks. I have to, and which I was mocked about my mental disorder by somebody who's in the E-Fed who brings it up for no reason at all. Which I won't bring his name up, but I feel like that's dirty pool. I was being personal with this guy, and he's used that on me. Everybody who know me, I'm not afraid to let anybody know that I deal with bipolar disorder. But to have that thrown in my face, I feel like that's shitty. But we all deal with something. So to mock somebody about dealing with a disorder is crazy work. But whatever, hey, whatever rocks your boat, or floats your boat, however that shit go.
People are going to be how they are, and that just shows what kind of person they are, and they can be how they want to be, but eventually that will get caught up to them.
Oh yeah,
If that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, it always does. It always catches up.
Yep.
No matter what you do.
Exactly.
Oh, but I was watching this. I'm watching this Game Changer pay per view that we did. I think this is when you around the time you started.
Oh, but really? Was that the one I started at? I thought I started at Wrestle Madness. Was I mistaken?
No, this was after Wrestle Madness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the Game
That
Changers
was
was the one when
stupid.
people started quitting because we had to
Yeah,
keep changing the card up because people kept quitting.
but we made it work.
Oh,
It
we
worked.
always do.
I remember
Yeah,
the promotion for that. That was when I started making my YouTube channel.
yep.
Hmm.
It all worked out
Which
in.
I give big credit to you for that,
Oh
because
nah, that
without
was
you, I would
all
never have
you.
thought about it.
That's all you, man. I'll never take credit for nothing that you was already doing before you met me.
Hey, you know me, I give credit where it's due, and the fact is, like, I never thought about making one until you pointed it out to me, and I've been grateful for what you've done for me. You've helped me with my stuff, like, you've even done stuff without me even asking, and I've always been grateful for that. I'm happy to have you in my life, even outside of this thing. Like, I'm glad I got to know you as a actual person, like, and you seem to be misunderstood by people, which is really upsetting to me to know that people misunderstood you and don't get you and try to treat you badly.
Well, it's all good. I could play victim all I want, but man, people, man. That's just how the world works. People gonna hate you for just about a little bit of anything. They can hate
Yeah.
the way I'm walking and shit, and just pick with that. Like I've always said, that comes from people who don't have no motion. When you don't have no motion, you find stuff to pick with other people who do got motion. You don't hate them. You just want to figure out why what they doing is working. So you got to have a problem with them, so we can keep in constant communication with them to kind of see what they're doing. So it's really not, if you think about it, it's really not even a form of hating. Is you're trying to study that person,
Hmm.
but then you
Yeah.
how can you study somebody when you yourself is illiterate?
Yeah.
Crazy word, crazy word. You gonna study
Crazy how the
somebody?
world works.
Oh, super crazy. Wish we could get Torkel on here, but I think it's 8 o'clock where he's at. He might be up.
I know he's usually an early riser at times, but then there's some times where I've noticed he wake up afternoon my time
Yeah, because I think it's 8:12 where he's at.
because he's up in Canada.
Yeah, yeah. He's a Canadian.
Our favorite Canadian.
Canadian, alien, all the same.
Oh my God.
Tomato,
Now we're gonna
tomato,
get thrown off
shit.
the air.
Mm.
Do we have anything else we would like to go over for It's Just a Game? We've been discussed some big topics and you've expressed some big things.
Uh, Probably we could do a part two later on, or probably
Oh,
tomorrow, because
oh,
I do want to
okay.
get on. I want to bring up call stealing.
Paw stealing. Okay.
Yeah,
So this will be a part one, basically.
this would be a part one.
Okay. Sounds good. I look
'Cause we
forward
could
to the
probably
next part, brother.
somebody might have something they want to rebuttal to that on, and we can go back to that.
Like you said, this is all inclusive, and
Yeah,
if
anybody who
anybody
feel
wants to
like what
come
I'm
in,
saying is wrong, they are welcome to get on and debate me on this. I don't mind having a debate. I won't curse you or nothing.
exactly.
But yeah,
Well,
man, I think we end up going to the store.
all right. Well, brother, it was good to have you on. Thank you for helping me with the first episode, and I look forward to the second part. And thank you for expressing your truthfulness, and I'm glad you were able to get that out and express it.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. But no,
Anytime, my brother.
uh, my advice to anybody: just say it how it is, man. Ain't gonna do you nothing to say it fake. Say it how it is.
Indeed.
Best thing you
Agreed.
can do.
You hear that, everybody? Please be able to express yourself. If you guys would like to express anything, you guys are always welcome to come on. And this is where we're not in character. This is where we are actual persons. I'm Brandon Walker. This is Chris Cleve, sometimes known as Chris Cleveland.
Yes, sir.
You know, I did not know that was your last name until I saw in the group chat, like IWA, that you had your other profile in there, and I was like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, my last name Cleveland.
Yeah, at first I thought it was like a second person, like somebody else, but then I'm like, oh, so that's who it is. I get it now.
Mhm.
But yeah, brother, I shall see you later, and thank you again.
No problem. Thank you.
Anytime.
Alrighty.
Everybody, I hope everybody has a great day. Good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be, and peace out.
Peace out.